Sorry, missus. They crept along the path like stealthy ninjas out of sight of the house and burst out laughing. George and Chuck were sat at the table. Betty, Bets, can't you do that quietly? Oh, I'm sorry. Sore head this morning? I'm so sorry. My making breakfast is too loud. Or was it me scrubbing the mud off the floor? Has the mat gone by the back door? Goes to look. Oh, no, it's still there by the door. By the way, the bathroom. Just how did mud get into the toilet? George and Chuck just looked equally bewildered at each other. Sorry, Betty, creeped Chuck. Billy came running in. Morning! They groaned. Bets, love, do you want to take Billy to school? She just looked. George, I'll go with you, mate. Oh, thanks, Chuck. Stretchy, Tyler, come here. What is it, Panther? I don't understand what's happened. What do you mean? Well, what was yesterday about? Matilda suggests we have a rest day. I thought we were on some plan of Basil's. Must try and at least do so many miles every day. I think it could be that we've made good progress. 4 days, 55 miles. That's ahead of our target. So, why not carry on? Why 6 weeks if we could say do it in 5? Wouldn't that be better? Something's not right. You know what, Tyler? I think Panther has a point. Basil called them over. Matilda and I would like to talk to you. Panther, you mentioned about me not being able to swim. Yes, sorry. It's just that as we get more into the journey, at some point we will come to water crossings. That was all I was thinking. Well, Matilda and I were thinking we can spend today teaching me to swim. This great park has a huge lake with lots of tributaries. We can find a quiet one. Hold on. Another day not travelling? I don't understand. Well, I do agree with Panther. We should carry on. Basil needs to swim. Do we agree on that? Yes, but we're wasting time. Basil and Matilda looked at each other. You're not telling us something. Remember Buttercup, what she said about having enough honeycomb for only 2 weeks? She was clearly sent after prayer. Do we at least agree on that? Yes, they agreed. She would not steer us wrong. Basil and I have come to a decision. It will be dangerous, risky, and extremely difficult. But if you all agree, we can go by train. Now we can go to Peterborough, over 100 miles, or about 30 miles to King's Cross Station. That will mean crowds of people, which may help people not notice us. I honestly don't know. It's a Royal Mail passenger train. I'm sure there'll be places to hide. It's nearly 400 miles in 4 hours. Then about 34 miles from Edinburgh to Daddy. It was deadly silent. No one said anything. We'll process it, pray about it, but today I think we can find a quiet spot and teach Basil to swim. They all stood on the bank. I've got an idea. What, Basil? See that little rowing boat? I wouldn't have to swim. Basil, you're the brains. So in your head, every single river, lake, stream we come to, there will conveniently be a boat and we can push you in it. You're a nutcase. All right, Panther, Sarky, I'm scared. I hate water. Why are you laughing at me, Stretchy? I'm not. Sorry, I just remembered that picnic with Daddy, George, Betty and Billy. Oh, yes, I remember that. Betty was furious. Panther and Matilda looked bewildered. What are you talking about? Oh, yes, sorry, you weren't there. Dad and George were talking about a John Wayne film. Hondo, I think, where he throws the boy in. Betty said absolutely not, and he would learn with the school. They really sulked over that. Oh, it sounds fun. Us cats always miss out on your adventures. Basil snarled. Well, none of you are John Wayne, so no ideas. Follow me, Basil. Look, to learn, this is ideal. No strong waves, no strong currents, slow graduation. Okay, Basil. Yes, Stretchy, thank you. Now, we will walk in slowly. You make it sound so easy. Tentatively, Basil walked side by side with Stretchy. It's cold. It will be in a minute, Basil. Really uncomfortable. What do you mean, Tyler? You'll see. Oh, ouch! That's uncomfortable. I see what you mean. Basil, don't weep by me. Sorry, it was the cold. Right, now, Basil, just kick your legs like this. Basil. Basil? Stretchy turned round. What are you doing? I can't move. Oh, Basil. Just then there was a sound of children playing on the opposite bank. One boy was going along a tree trunk hanging over the water. Look at me, guys. He waved at his friends. He slipped straight into the water. He was thrashing, screaming. He couldn't swim. His friends were frantically trying to reach him with a long stick. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a large dog grabbed his t-shirt, pulling him to the bank. Thank you, thank you. The boy wrapped his arms around the dog's neck. Wow, that was like watching Lassie. Look, the younger boy pointed to the opposite bank. There was 2 cats, an Alsatian, and a big tan dog in the water. Where's their owner? Don't know. The dog licked the boy's face and swam to the other side. The 5 animals quickly disappeared up the bank and out of sight. Basil, that was amazing. What happened? I don't know. I heard him screaming, and next thing I knew, I'm grabbing his t-shirt. Stretchy, Matilda looked at Panther. Leave it. I don't know what happened. Why didn't I move? I just stood like an idiot like that. Stretchy, it's no reflection on you. That just happens. I don't know why. It seems sometimes like our brains can't process something. It's so horrible. I don't know. Stretchy, remember that hay bale? You pushed Billy out the way. I just stood there and did nothing. Oh, yes, Basil, I forgot that. Thank you. Excuse me? What, Mats? Basil can swim. They laughed. Chuck and George were in the kitchen discussing the upcoming party. Do you want anything, either of you? No thanks, Bets, love. Okay. Just watching television with Billy. Okay, love. I wonder how long the solicitor will take to draw up those papers. Chuck, I think Butterworth will get it done pretty smartish. Mummy? Yes, darling? I'm selfish. Why? Why did you say that, Billy? Because I like Uncle here. That's wrong, isn't it? No, no, sweetheart. That's a normal thought. You love your uncle. That's all it is. What happened is not your fault. It's terrible, and he hasn't heard about his animals. But you enjoying him being here doesn't make you selfish. And Gilbert O'Sullivan is rejoicing, having get down second week at number 1 in the charts. We go to Ted now with Gilbert. Gilbert, congratulations. It seems we just can't get enough of you at the moment. Well, thank you. That's very nice of you. I'm thrilled. As long as I can still entertain, I'll carry on. Thank you. Back to you, John. The House of Commons is still discussing how to get the public to understand that the new value-added tax spreads taxation more evenly. Now, the last item is a bit of a strange one. It happened this morning at Windsor Great Park. We joined Leslie there. Yes, thank you, John. Now, earlier today, we interviewed a group of children at this very river. We'll cut to clip. Now, you're Tim, and this is your mother? Yes, hello. So what happened? Well, Tim was playing with his friends here like countless other days, only he climbed onto a branch hanging over the river. He slipped off and fell in. So what happened, Tim? I can't swim. I was drowning. Oh, darling, his mummy hugged him. This dog like Lassie, it was a collie. This dog like Lassie, it was a collie? No, sorry, my son means how it rescued him. Yes, it grabbed my t-shirt and pulled me to the bank. The dog's owners, were they there, the other side of the bank? No, it was with 2 cats and 2 dogs. Betty and Billy looked at each other. They screamed, Chuck, come here. I know, Chuck, it's a good thing. What the hell? Chuck got up. George laughed. It's a spider, Chuck, bet you. Chuck and George came rushing in. What's the... Shut up, watch, please. So this dog had a Christmas collar on. Yes, red with white balls, and they were Christmas angels. Well, thank you. Back to you, John. Wow, fascinating fascinating story. If any updates on these animal heroes, we will keep you informed. Very odd, no owners with them that the children could see. That's all from Newsround for now. Goodbye. Chuck, it's them, I know it. Chuck, Bets, please tell us again. I know it, Chuck. Bets, please tell us again, please. Billy was jumping up and down. Billy, I know you're excited, but let us just hear. Betty got her composure. This happened this morning at Windsor Great Park. Some children were playing by the river. One of the boys, Tim, Mummy, yes, Tim, climbed a branch. He slipped in, fell in the water. A big dog with a Christmas collar grabbed his t-shirt and pulled him to safety. Listen, the dog was with 2 cats and 2 other dogs. Chuck, did you hear what I said? Mate, come on, that's too much of a coincidence. Windsor? Why Windsor? That's about 55 miles away. I told you, grown-ups never listen. They're going home. Wait, Basil can't swim. Well, he can now. Billy, don't be rude. Ah, why complicate it when it's so simple? Billy, sit down and be quiet. Oh my goodness. Can it be?